Hi, I'm Clint Lambert. I'm the host today of the monthly Dining Services Call-In Show. And I have with me here in the audience here on Village in Motion, our master chef and our executive chef, Michael Ritt, who is, I'm very pleased to have with us. And remember, this is a call-in show today, so get ready. Make sure you turn down the sound on your TV and give us a call at 703-663-3333. Michael, welcome. Glad to
Good morning. Good morning. A lot going on here in dining. You know, just today, you'll see in the dining rooms in Woodland, Fireside, and Jefferson, we do our monthly birthday celebration.
Right.
Basically, you know, we're just going to put a nice little birthday cake out there. If anybody it's not just anybody who's having a July birthday, but we like to celebrate, you know, the birthdays every month, and, you know, go get yourself a piece of cake.
And you know, what happens is everybody winds up getting a piece of cake.
Everybody winds up, it's everybody's birthday. People have 12 birthdays here. I don't know what's going on. But another thing we're doing this week is we're doing our Christmas in July.
Yes.
And how did that come about? That was one of those things where the residents, we did it once, the residents really enjoyed it. And, you know I keep repeating myself that we do listen to the residents. You know, we have things like town halls and focus groups, this call-in show, comment cards. We put out flyers, information on our weekly menus. You know, you see all of us, I've been here 6 years, and, you know, if you see me walking through the halls or in the dining rooms or any of our managers, grab us. You got a question, a comment, a concern, you know, I've been saying it since I've been here. I don't know what I don't know.
Yep. And if we don't tell you, you're not going to know about it.
Right. And you might think it's a minor thing to you. You know, that's what we're here for.
Yes.
You know, we want to provide the best dining experience. It's not just about the meal. It's about the whole experience. The dining rooms, the service, you know, everything. The reservation system. Yes. And, you know, that's one thing we're doing this week, and that came again from the residents. We are doing a survey this week in all the IL, which is Fireside, Woodland, Skies, and Jefferson.
Right.
We're doing a survey. There's a sheet that they will have you fill out, and there's 3 options.
Right.
Option A pretty much is the current option that we're running.
Of reservations.
As a reservation system. That's and there's 2 others. And listen, this is one where we reach out to the residents. We did it for the coffee. We do it, you know, I know they did it for the chairs and a lot of things. And we want your input. You know, we don't, this is something you just force on us. Well, actually, you all played a part in this.
Well, I understand what the reason for the survey is it came up in the focus groups of people wanting to know why are we having reservations and complaining about not being able to get 6 toppers.
Well, the thing is, if you go out to any restaurant,
right,
you'll notice that majority of the restaurants are what we call deuces, which are 2 tops and 4 tops. And there's a reason for that. Because if you want your kitchen to run productively and efficiently, if you bring in large party after large party after large party, our equipment can only handle so much. You know, I can't put 100 steaks on the grill at once. I only have 8 burners in the saute station. You know, our kitchens are set up like normal a la carte kitchens. So this way we get to pace the seating, and it gives a better dining experience. If you were here when we used to just, you know, have what we call just a call.
Yes.
Everybody would show up and it would be a mass rush into the dining room. Well, when we were doing the batch cooking, it was a little easier. But when you cook to order, if you seat 80 people at once, be it you wait in the lobby, or you do a reservation, or you're going to sit at your table. But this way, if we have the reservation system, we control how many people come. Everyone does it. You go out into the outside the gates, and you go to any restaurant, they all have reservation systems.
Right.
And there's a formula. You keep so many tables for reservations.
And so it's typically what, 30%, 70%?
It's 70-30.
70% reservations and 30%.
About what we do, 30% walk-ups.
Okay.
And, you know, I'll tell you, the alternative, you would not want to do.
No.
You know, we have managers from other communities visit us. We have managers transfer here. And in the kitchen, we have what we call the KDS system. You know, the kitchen display. And I think you've been in the kitchen, you see where the tickets come up. Well, they go, you know, they're color coordinated, white, yellow, red. When they hit red, they've been there long. I had a manager tell me, you guys are rarely in red. Where I came from, we were always in red.
Yeah, and red typically means what, 15 minutes?
Red means it hits red around 15, 16 minutes.
Okay.
So we want to keep the tickets that yellow. You know,
Right.
we want to keep the tickets right in the middle, because it paces. It not only does it pace the seating, it paces your meal.
Right.
That you get your salad, your appetizer, your soup, then your entree comes. Again, if you had the mad rush, you can only put so much in a 5-gallon bucket.
And that ticket, when it goes in, it's when it actually the server enters it in on the POS.
Correct.
Out in the dining room.
Correct.
It goes in electronically to the kitchen, goes up on the screen.
And it
right?
breaks out to what station it has to go to.
Okay. And that starts to count, right?
And that starts it. Once the ticket shows up on your screen, the clock starts.
Okay. And the first section is what, 3-4 minutes?
The first section, it goes roughly to about 6, 7.
Okay.
Then it goes to about 12.
Okay.
And then it clicks after 15.
Okay.
You know, give or take. But, you know, we want to keep it right in that like 12,
Right.
14 minute, you know, time
You want to get
frame.
it just before it hits the red.
Because, well, even a little before that. You know, obviously at the beginning it'll be a little quicker, but, you know, also it controls, because we know 5:30 is rush hour here in
Yes.
more ways than one. So it gives us more of a control. I'm telling you that if, you know, you go to any restaurant, they have it in there, and there's a reason for that. And I know some people aren't happy with the system, but I tell you the alternative, you would be more dissatisfied with.
yes.
And you were around, so
I've been here for 10 years. I've
you can
experienced
talk
it all.
from experience. So listen, and I tell everybody, all the dining rooms, they have the forms. There's 2 forms you'll get, and basically you'll get one
Right.
with the options, and you'll get another form that you know, put your survey on, and you hand it in, and
Right.
all the managers are tallying these, and they're sending to us at the end of the week.
Yes.
Probably next week, because it goes through Friday, we'll tally it up and look.
Right.
And we'll post it. We'll let you know. But you know, I can tell you without even looking at the numbers, I guarantee you that majority of the people are happy with the program, happy with option A.
Right.
And you know, if it ain't broke,
Don't
fix it. We have, you know, there's bigger fish to fry.
Question to you in regards to that, because Fireside and Woodland Skies both have the reservation system.
Correct.
And the only 2 dining services restaurants within the entire enterprise of Erickson, as I understand it, that have it.
Correct.
Jefferson does not have the reservation system.
No, but they have a system in place
Okay.
where that they allow so many people, now it's a larger number, again, into the venue. Because even though people say, well, it's a buffet, but you have to time it. If we let 150 people into that dining room,
Right.
you would have a line out, you know,
Oh,
and people would be waiting.
exactly.
So it's not per se a reservation system,
Okay.
but there is a system in place for seating.
And they're seating so many people every 20 minutes or
So I
something.
think it's like 70. Don't take
Yeah, right.
my word on it, but around, you know, it's a controlled pace.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it goes back to giving you that dining experience.
Right.
You know, if we just said, all right, everybody in, you can't imagine
Be
what
cattle
would
call.
happen. Right. You can't imagine what can happen. So, you know, I say, listen, if you want your voice heard,
Mm-hmm.
take advantage. Ask your manager for a sheet. They'll have the options on there,
Right.
and put your fill out your survey.
And put your comments on there.
Listen, again, you can't, you know, oh, you all don't listen to us. Perfect
Right.
example. The Christmas in July, all I want to finish out with is this Friday is going to be the actual menu. You know, they're doing the Christmas menu.
Right.
A couple things we got coming up this.
Before
go
you
ahead.
say that,
Go ahead.
folks, I want to remind you this is a call-in show for Chef Michael, 703-663-3333. Give us a call.
The big thing that I'm doing with Mary Smith, who's one of our dietitians, and you know this is
Right.
one of the things that I'm very dear towards. I'm doing my nutrition class tomorrow here in Village Square in the classroom, and you can still call my extension. If I don't pick up the phone, just leave your name.
And your extension is?
604-4410.
604-4410.
Correct.
Direct line to Chef Michael.
Right, and just leave a message. And we have about 28 people already signed up. We're looking to
good.
do a great class. It's very informative, a brush up for those who know my nutrition, or maybe just, you know, if you're new to the community and you want to learn about my nutrition. I know you use it, and listen, I think it's a great program. Is
it's
it a
wonderful.
perfect program? There is no perfect program in the world, but I tell you, It's a great program. It's free. It's only for Erickson residents. It's not just isolated to Green Spring. If you're going to another community, you can utilize that. So it gives you all the nutritional information. It goes through the menu, calorie counts. It's got a printable version.
Right.
So it's got filters for allergens. So we'll go over all that tomorrow.
Good. With all of that, and you just mentioned the fact other communities. I don't know how many people realize that if we want to go out to Ashby Ponds or up to Riderwood, we can go and have a meal, and it can be charged to our account.
Correct.
As such, that we always we need to take our name tag.
Right.
With our ID number.
As long as it's not a function that they're not accepting, or
Right.
if it's not one of the holidays.
Right, but if we're on the 30 meal,
I know you've been to Ashby Ponds a couple of times.
right.
They have a couple great, my friend Kevin out
Yes,
there.
yes.
He's a heck of a chef, and he
That
does
he
some
is.
crazy stuff out there and some good stuff. And, listen, why not take advantage of
Exactly.
where you're living? A couple other things we got coming up on the 20th, and we started it last month, is the farmers market.
Yes.
And I know that's a resident-driven program we started
and we've had
with.
that for about 3 or 4 years
Yeah,
now.
we're using Knoll's
Right.
Produce, Knoll's Farm, and it's name recognition or local here.
And people don't know where Knowles is. It's on Backlick Road. Beulah Road.
Right.
And just down from the Parkway.
Yeah,
On Beulah.
it's literally right around the corner.
Yes.
And they bring all their fresh produce out here. Sometimes they'll bring some plants, sometimes some baked goods, and they do cash and credit.
Yes.
So you can do that. They won't do resident charge because they're not part of
Right.
Green Spring, but we're doing that twice a month.
Great.
And then also with that is at the last Friday of every month, we're doing our cookout again. We've had 2 of them already. Our next one is the 27th.
Right.
It's out in town center between the bank and the store. You go through that hallway to the patio out
Right.
there, and we do a full cookout, burgers and chicken and hot dogs, and we do veggie burgers, and we have baked beans and all the sides.
We just need to turn the heat down outside, though.
Well, there's a few things I can't control. So, another thing we got coming up on the 17th, and
Yes.
you and I were talking about this earlier, is the focus group.
Yes.
And that's the 17th in Village Square Theater from 2 to 3. Again, that'll be Tyshawn Wilson, our dining director, Jason Healy, the assistant dining director, and myself. And we invite everybody. And
Okay.
it's a focus group where we pretty much go over the program, projects that are going underway. We talk about menuing, any topics that the residents want. We have an hour, and we sit there and we give a little discussion about the program and what we're doing, and then it's a Q&A.
Yep. And speaking of Q&As, again, 703-663-3333. Give us a call. It's a call-in show. Call in, ask Chef Michael your questions about dining services. He's got all the answers, okay?
Yeah.
In regards to things.
A couple other things we have. We have Jefferson Town Hall coming up on the 23rd, and those are usually around 10 to 11 o'clock. And that'll be in the Jefferson Dining Room.
Okay.
We have what we call Culinarian Day coming up on the 25th. That's a lobby event. And what we're asking the chefs is, think outside the box. And since the following day is Diversity Day, we've asked them to look at something, our kitchens are very diverse.
Oh, yes.
And you know that.
Yes.
And I tell them, what do you want to do? Don't ask me. Whatever you want to do. If you want to do pupusas and Jefferson, or, if you want to do whatever, it's up to you.
And we have Chef Giovanni. I mean, maybe something special that's Italian, right?
Sure. And
Okay.
I know Mark and William and Shannon over there, they'll come up with something phenomenal. And what they'll do is there'll be a sneak peek in the lobby, and then that'll be part of the menu
For that night?
for that night. And then the following day, and this is a whole community-wide, and is Diversity Expo. Great opportunity. I recommend everybody come out. We're going to have foods from all over the world.
Wonderful.
They do a fashion show. I know they'll have some performances.
Are we going to have a chef show?
A chef show?
Yes.
I don't know if we'll do a demo
Oh, okay.
there.
Need to have another demo from the
Well,
chefs.
I can tell you that I just did a cooking demo with Chandra, and we did chicken tikka masala, and we'll be showing that
wonderful.
during Diversity. And I know a couple other residents that want to do, cooking demos, so we'll be starting that up again. We did a few
Good.
of them. I know you and I did one a couple years ago over here in Woodland, but
Right.
I enjoy doing that, and I think
Yes.
it's a great kick for the residents. And I even have some employees who are, can I get in on that?
Yeah.
So it's a great opportunity, and we have fun with that. And so we're going to move, we're definitely going to expand
And
on
so
that.
which night is that? What's the date?
The 26th.
The 26th of July.
Which is a Thursday.
Right. So that's 15 days from now.
Yeah, so the 25th, you got Culinary Day.
Right.
26th, you got Diversity. 27th, you got Cookout.
All right.
So if you don't find something to do that week, shame on you.
And if you don't gain weight that week,
Well, I can't, I can't say anything to that. A couple other things we got coming up. August 2nd, we're going to have a town hall for Woodland Skies. We'll be over here 10 to 11, and we'll, get in the dining room. And then we have our annual Seafood Fest on the 12th, and sign up has started. That is through the dining service admin office. I would recommend coming in and seeing Phyllis, during dining admin hours. And listen, you've been there a couple times. We got a great menu this year. We even added that if you want to buy a whole lobster, you'll go do lobster tails. That's part of the menu. But if you want your own whole lobster, there's an option for that. We're going to have some Jonah crab claws and oysters and shrimp and mussels and
that's going to be down in Hunter's Crossing.
Hunter's Crossing, and on Sunday.
Okay.
And listen, I think it's a great function.
And it's August the 12th.
Correct.
And it starts at?
I think it starts at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
I may be wrong, but.
And the price is $55 for a resident and $70, if I remember correctly, for guests.
I think so, but we do have the flyer. What I would do is pay attention to your scroll.
Right.
We have flyers up, and listen, I recommend come on out and have a good time.
Yeah.
Roll your sleeves up, put your bib on.
And you don't need to worry about parking.
No.
And it's
beer and wine.
Free flowing beer and wine.
Well, flowing.
No, but
I know you and your wine, But listen, I think I'll tell you this right now. I challenge you to go outside these gates, find a function like that, with the quality of food like that, with the menu like that, and you come back and tell me what the price is. And I guarantee you'll be paying probably almost double, if not more.
Yeah.
You go to some of these seafood restaurants and you go to one of their, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. No one's giving away lobster tails, so.
But it's the opportunity for those individuals that want to do it and want a good seafood dinner.
Correct.
And meal of the day plus, I think it's 55 or 70.
Something like it's Flex Meal Plus.
Right.
Bring your family, your friends.
Right.
Your in-laws.
Because you can see, 400 people?
Well, sit down in the Hunter's Crossing, I would say about, with utilizing a dance floor, 275.
Oh, okay.
Close to 300.
Close to 3.
Be nice. You'd be.
Okay.
Everybody would be friendly.
All right. And there's going to be some entertainment too, aren't there?
We're going to have the same band, Surf Jaguars.
Right.
And they've been there every year, and they love coming.
Right.
We've already booked them, so they'll be here.
Good.
And you have some entertainment, some great food, beer and wine. Give me a reason why not to come. That's what I say. So as you see, we have a lot going on.
Right.
Summer menus are here. You'll see, I see the frozen soups, not the frozen soups, but the chilled soups.
I was just going to say
frozen soup. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I know they're doing chilled soups over in the cafe, and they're doing them in the dining room.
And they're excellent.
Listen, people don't just have them for soup.
Right.
They
make great desserts.
That strawberry.
Oh, wonderful.
People are like, can you put a little of that on my ice cream?
Right, exactly.
Why not? If you want it for dessert.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
So again, I think that, the signature dining, we're always tweaking. We're always looking at how we can better it.
In regards to signature dining, one of the complaints I hear all the time from residents is the fact getting bored with the same thing that's on the menu for a month.
Correct.
And especially with the vegetables. I understand that other communities leave everything the same for 3 months.
We're doing it every 30 days.
Okay.
If you go to another community, and I know communities, they're changing it on the quarter. So that's every 3 months. So don't, and also we've adapted the sides, the vegetables, that we're changing them more frequently.
Yeah.
And we're doing it like every week, we're changing 2 of them. So you're getting your change. Understand that, if we changed every day, I understand Jefferson changes their menu, but remember, they're only putting out 4 entrees. And if you go to a lot of restaurants, menus don't change. Now people say, well, I don't eat at these restaurants every day. True, but you also have 4 venues to choose from every day.
But in order to get in the venues, and the problem is trying to get a seat in a venue. If you make reservations at one venue, trying to make reservations at another venue in a reasonable time of what you typically do, it is really, really difficult.
You're getting your resident menu. Now, I know we're getting them done around Wednesday or Thursday. And
Thursday's usually when we're getting them.
And reservations don't open till Friday.
Right.
So you have your reservation with your menu with you. You look at it. A lot of people plan where they eat looking at that menu.
Right.
So if you want to make reservations at Fireside, listen, it's first come, first serve. That's the fairest way we can do it.
I totally agree.
You know, and you know, and also I tell people, call off hours. Either go early or go late.
Right.
Listen, I'm going to tell you from 5 to 6, it's going to be first come, first serve.
Right.
You know, but if you want to do 4:30, if you want to do after like 6:15, it's gonna you're gonna have
It's
a better
more open.
Right.
Yeah, it's more open.
You know, it's like anything.
Right.
You know, you go to any restaurant around 7 o'clock, that's just a power hour.
Right.
7 to 8, and if you don't have a reservation, there's going to be a wait.
Yep.
So we're no different than the outside world, and I think that, you know, with the changes, you know, I think we do 70 plus entrees every day. You know, so I think the variety's there. I understand people because of mobility issues, but you know, we do have the buses, and I know we're looking at the frequency during dinner hours, talking to them about that. But I invite everybody to.
Well, what we would do as residents, we would invite all the chefs and all of corporate to eat in a restaurant every day for 1 month.
Well, I'm here every day.
Yeah, but you don't eat here every day.
I go around all the dining rooms. Do I sit down and have a meal in the dining room? No, but I'm in the kitchen.
That's what I'm saying is we invite the chefs and corporate to come and eat every day during the dinner time between 4:15 and 6:45 in the dining rooms of the same restaurant for 1 month and see what their thoughts are.
But you also have 28 items on there. You also have, if you want.
I don't disagree with, but I'm just saying we would invite them to come and do that.
Listen, you know, I think again, you're saying the same restaurant. I don't want to be the bad guy, but it is independent living.
Right.
And signature dining was designed for residents to travel around, and you know, if we wanted everything to be the same, we'd have the same menu in every dining room. There's a reason that the menus are different in every dining room. Go ahead and try them. No one's telling you to sit in the same dining room. That's choice. Mm-hmm. The difference between being forced to and choice. You choose the dining fireside, maybe because it's convenient. That's great. But you can't argue with me saying, well, I'm sick and tired of the same thing. Have you been to Jefferson? No. Have you tried the cafe? No. Have you tried Woodland Skies? No. I mean, you know, to me, there's really no argument, because I think that, you know, you listen, again, I'm not trying to be the bad guy. Sometimes I am the bad guy, but I'm not being nasty. I'm just being very truthfully honest. Okay. That signature dining was designed for residents to travel around and try it. You know, well, why? I always hear, well, why are they having this? Well, they are you and you are they. No one's saying you couldn't go down there and get it. Why are they having lamb and we're not? No one told you couldn't go down there and get it. That's choice that you don't want to go down there. You know, so I'm not to, you know, disagree with you. I understand that some people have to go to certain dining rooms. Some people enjoy them because they like the service. They're comfortable there. I understand that. But the choice is out there for you to try. You know.
Speaking of choice, people have a choice whether they call in or not.
Correct.
And we've got about 4 minutes left, and it's 703-663-3333. And we haven't gotten any calls today.
Well, either
yet,
everybody's so mad that they don't want to call in, or everybody's happy.
Oh, you've answered all the questions already, right?
Listen, I know everybody has questions every day, and listen, we have what, 1,600 residents in independent living?
Yeah, more than that, I think.
Maybe a little more than that. And are we going to please everybody all the time?
Nah.
Absolutely not. Never happened. But I think as a whole, the dining program, I think we do a pretty darn good job. We put out a good product. I think we give great service. You know, the one thing I say is always with the servers in the front of the house. You know, remember, we're always changing over because they graduate high school, they move on. Mm-hmm. You know, so every summer we're getting we're losing our graduating class, and we're in that period right now,
Right.
where you're talking 30 to 40, maybe 50 kids.
But we're
leaving.
getting some great new kids in here.
And it's all about the training. The front of the house managers are doing a phenomenal job training. We're getting some good kids in here.
We really are.
You know, and I say just, you know, to the residents, if they're new, you know, give them a chance.
And welcome them.
Welcome. And a lot of
Yeah.
times it's their very first job, not
Right.
even their job in a restaurant, their very first job.
Yeah.
And they're very nervous.
And they're especially nervous because we're like their grandparents or great grandparents.
And they want to do a good job.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, so I say, you know, be kind.
Right.
You know, and you know, if you do have a concern, always bring it up with, you know, the managers. But you're not going to get anybody in trouble.
Right.
You know, listen, they're new. They're going to make mistakes. Listen, in the kitchen we make mistakes. You know, and we're always there. You know, if something comes out and it's not to your liking, say something. You know, we can't correct what we don't know.
Right.
So.
Speaking of correcting things, we literally have 2 minutes left. Understand we're going to be doing some changes within Atomic Cafe in the future. Do you know when that will happen?
You know, I'm not privy to that information
Okay.
yet. I know we're going to have a meeting concerning the realignment of the cafe. I think that's coming up next month.
Okay.
And there'll be information going out for that meeting. I can tell you that enterprise-wide, the new cafes that they have are much more updated,
They really are.
resident-friendly.
Yes.
They're, you know, we're one of the last communities
Of the
to have
16.
to have a salad bar in our cafe.
Right.
And I can tell you that salad bars are very passe.
Oh, yes.
They're old school. And if you can imagine, and I went to one of the communities where they took out their salad bar, just the room for mobility in the cafe. I was up at Fox Run in
Right.
Michigan for about a week and a half when they rolled out Signature. In their cafe, they took out their salad bar, and you can literally drive a truck through there.
It makes such a difference.
It does. And they didn't take anything away.
Right.
Remember, we're not taking anything away. It's just realigning and making it more proficient,
Right.
and making it more user friendly and giving you space to maneuver. Because I think the biggest complaint we get in the cafe is spacing and maneuverability.
Right.
I think Chef Mark and Corey and Shannon and Willie, they did a phenomenal job with the
Yes.
food over there. They've made some great changes, and I hear nothing but compliments. The complaints
They're
we get
superb.
are spacing issues or facility issues, and those will be changed.
Okay. Very good. Well, Michael, I should say, not Mike,
That's
Chef
all right.
Michael. We have run out of time.
Well,
And you've
not
got
one call.
Yeah, and not one call, but you've given us a lot of information. We
Good.
greatly appreciate it.
No
And we
problem.
hope people attend the focus group and sign up for the Seafood Fest.
And if you want to still sign up for My Nutrition, today's the cutoff day.
Okay.
Make that call.
Sounds good.